Real Rock Radio 106.3 The Buzz, Thrash Man, joined by none other than September Mourning, who are on their way back from Houston Open Air, on their way to Denver tomorrow night.
Yes.
Decide to make a stop here in Wichita Falls. Man, we appreciate you so much for that. It's such a cool thing you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I know now that, of course, Houston Open Air, a lot of bands didn't get to play, including yourself, so a bit of a bummer there. But you were at Texas Mutiny in Fort Worth, and it seems like you made some fans. I saw some pics on Facebook, just happened upon you, and really dug what they saw. That's the thing that's really cool about you is of course the music's the backbone of what you do. It's the meat and potatoes, but you're more than just a band. You're kind of a theatrical art project. I saw the explanation on Facebook, which you tie in with the comic books, which is just that's a first as far as I know. I mean, Danzig had some stuff that he did, but I mean, it wasn't tied in like. Yeah, I mean, this is literally like everything stems from the storyline and the characters, which is totally different than anything out there at the moment. So we're pretty excited about it. Whose brainchild was it? That was... I don't know. I know. I was, for some reason, I just figured it was. I don't know. So did it start as a musical project for you, or did it all at once? No, it started as a transmedia project. I mean, I literally pitched it to Mark Silvestri of Top Cow and Image Comics as a transmedia project. I said, I want to do something, but I want to base it on a storyline and characters, and then have the music organically grow from it, and have the band kind of encompass the characters and storyline on stage. So it's like this weird, like, musical art project. Yeah. Was it hard to kind of get people on board to understand your vision? I know initially it was just a couple of you doing it, and you kind of had some hired guns and stuff. Did they not get it? It was really hard because nobody really understood. They're like, wait, you want to do what? They're like, oh, you want to do a concept album? I'm like, no, I want to do a concept project. I want to do like a whole entire, and they didn't get it at first. And then I met Mark, and he got it. And I met, my manager, and he got it. And slowly people started coming around as I put it together a little bit more. And it was really cool to see it, come to fruition over the past 2 years. Do you do the story along the way, or is this something you kind of already have planned out? We have a four book arc. Like in comics, it's kind of like 4 comic books, and then they get packaged together as a graphic novel. So we have one story arc that goes over 4 books. So we've written 2 books that we have here for you today. One that went out with the EP Volume 1, and the second book came out with Volume 2. So we'll have 2 more coming out, and then we'll repurpose it, and then we'll have another story arc. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. Yeah. So not just something that's going to go on forever. You got your 4 pieces of the story arc. And, you got that story arc, but there's an overlying story arc of September and how she's fighting the world of the dead. Right. So she's fighting for the world of the living and fighting against fate and Darkman and everybody in the world of the dead, the other Reapers. So you have that overlying story arc, which goes past the 4-issue arc, and the 4-issue arc is very all encompassed in those 4 issues, for very particular. But it does have those moments of going, oh, she's fighting this epic battle, and this is going to go on for some time to come. Okay. Is that what makes September unique, is being half human? Yeah, half human, feeling compassion. Yeah, she has that compassion for the human lives and for their, purpose on this earth. And, she's not a full Reaper that just takes orders from fate or the Darkman. She literally has this compassionate side of herself, this humanity inside of herself, and she wants to do right. And by doing that, she ends up swapping souls with different people's bodies, giving them second chances at life, which just messes with the whole platform that fate's trying to work out. And so it becomes this epic battle between the living and the dead. Now, I take it, when you talk about the singles or just the songs from the albums themselves, is each one its own separate little story, or all just part of it? This is just one moment within the big story. Yeah, the songs are pieces of moments within the stories, and they can be standalone. If you just like the music, you just listen to the music. If you just like the comic books, you just read those. But if you put them all together, they all work and they all fit together, which is really interesting and unique, I think. Very cool. Yeah. Eye of the Storm, the current one? Yes, Eye of the Storm is the current single that we have. And they are about to treat us to that. Wichita Falls exclusive. Buzzheads, get ready. September Mourning, Eye of the Storm exclusive here on 106.3 The Buzz.